everyone. It is such a pleasure to have everyone here today. I'm really, really excited to kick off with the Techqueria virtual summits, and I am just super excited to lead my session today with Sueños Digitales. To first start off, my name is Ivan Salazar. I am the manager of talent programs at latech.org. And so today we'll be focusing on just the impact of nonprofits through community mentorship and just providing different opportunities for lots of folks in the tech space and seeing how we could continue to be advocates for those spaces. So we will kick off our session here to learn a little bit more about myself and who am I, what is my background. And so just as mentioned, manager of talent programs, and my big focus is to create a direct pipeline of our academy graduates to be placed into our internship opportunities after they do complete the academy. So to kind of give you a little bit of context, I have had some experience working in the public school system and within the nonprofit sector. So I did want to list out a couple of some of my previous and current titles. So currently I am serving as a volunteer with Somos.tech as their community program manager. And then I have also worked in the public school district level. And so working with the school sites as their lead inclusion specialist teacher, as a lead instructional assistant, and then have also held a program manager position at a nationwide nonprofit. So I do come with about, I want to say now it's about 6 years or so of experience. And so really just excited to dive into how nonprofits are really advocating and impacting the tech industry with a lot of untapped and emerging talent. So to kind of give you a big scope and introduction and the session overview, we're going to be looking at the nonprofit impact in tech, which will be diving into just providing a background of different local nonprofits supporting emerging talent, DEI efforts within the tech industry, supporting their career development efforts. This is a really huge, a fundamental piece in the process of them, just developing their careers and what they could do to break into this tech space that is very coveted. It's a very coveted industry, and so we're going to be doing a quick little deep dive into various programming options available and also the impact of programming on their career development. And also just different ways and just the importance and significance of networking and soft skills. We'll close off today's session with the mentorship and volunteering pieces in case there are folks in this space that are looking into how to be more involved with their community. There are different ways that you can venture into to see what might be the best fit for you and what are the different opportunities that you have to be involved in some way. A lot of our nonprofits, do appreciate and are just really without volunteers a lot of the work here it would be very difficult to accomplish, but with that being said, there is a lot of invaluable experience that we can provide a lot of our talent within our communities. And so just as a reminder, we will be focusing on three different nonprofits for today's session. So really excited again to be here with Techqueria and supporting them. This is actually my first a public workshop session, so just really excited to be in this space today. So we'll continue on. We will then move on over to just also recognizing community barriers. We do understand that, here we do advocate for our communities and all that, but we do also need to understand that there are just barriers that are placed, among us essentially. And so we understand that there are, just lots and lots of untapped talent that may not take that may take that non-traditional route and not proceed with higher education, and that is totally okay. There could also be just any personal barriers, such as folks being identified as foster youth, homelessness, justice impact, and more that affect this. But just noting that there is a path, there are opportunities, there are different ways that folks could get engaged, and being able to accomplish this in a non-traditional route. Um, with diving into some research, I came to find that employers are also valuing more of their experience rather than their education. And then within the IT field, about 85% of jobs are gained through networking. And these were two sources from Forbes and CompTIA, which was really interesting to see how, just as times are developed, it's really important to understand that our skill sets and the ways that we do engage credentials do come with lots of valuable just come with a lot of value, right? And so we do understand that there are some folks that do have that limitation within educational access. They might also engage in limiting access within the technical hard skills, and also just limited access to networking. And so this could even be expanded upon not exactly knowing how to network, right? And this is something that even as myself that I'm continuing to grow and develop, it's something that I even come to challenge. It's something that I continuously am like thinking, I'm like, how do I properly network, right? And so it's really, really important, that we acknowledge these barriers, but also seeing what are ways that we could tackle this, right? What are different ways that we can engage, multiple folks from our community to see how we can provide, and yeah, just essentially getting more of an insight into these different barriers and how we could overcome them. So wanted to know that the role of nonprofits in tech equity do expand into these four different sections, right? Which is the DEI initiative, being able to hire a diverse range of folks has been an urgent need for many companies. Wanting to note that men are employed at a higher rate in STEM fields than women, which is at a 65% to 35% respectively. And just noting that there is a huge gap in that section there and regarding the DEI initiatives. And so we then go on over to our paid opportunities, right? So nonprofits do offer various paid programs, and wanting to note LA Tech's career prep academies focusing on networking and hard skills projects. Lots of participants do gain access to exclusive internship opportunities, where many of our nonprofits do work closely with employers such as AEG, possibly even Go, and just many other different companies. And so they partner with these employers in hopes of also gaining that exclusive access to those internship opportunities. So folks, in their program, in the direct pipeline do have access to these great opportunities. There is also that access to tech professionals. Again, it's not every day that emerging talent gets the opportunity to connect with tech industry professionals. Wanting to note, America on Tech does provide their scholars with a chance to host demo days for tech leaders that come from companies such as NBCU, TikTok, and many others. And last but not least, also developing their soft and hard skills. It's really important, right, to note that it's not solely about possessing technical knowledge and just like exactly how everything works, right, which is great. But it's also important on how well individuals can apply their soft and hard skills within this fast-paced tech industry. We are seeing that a lot of companies at a very quick and fast rate are rolling out new products, new innovation, to compete with one another, which is great. But it's really important that our talent does understand that, and how are they able to utilize, right, their soft skills to adapt and just be, keep up to pace with the changes that the tech industry is going through. So we will now be diving into American Tech's career development efforts. One of the things that I did want to highlight, right, was their programmings that are being offered. One of the things that they are doing is that they do have paid opportunities, right? So these opportunities are the Tech 360, which is a paid 3-week summer program on front-end web design and also web development. And their Tech Flex Leaders program is a 12-month training program on digital marketing, UX design, and as well as product management and much more. Alumni Fellows is another program that is offered, which is for their alumni, right, that have gone through their programming and do have those fellowship opportunities presented to them. I do want to also highlight that these programs are offered directly to high school students in the New York City, Miami, and Los Angeles region. Now we'll dive into more of their demographics. 1,121 of high school students have benefited from American Tech's programming in 2023. More than 5,000 high school and college age students have participated in America on Tech's programming since 2014, right? And so this also expand in combination to their Tech 360, Tech Flex Leaders, and their alumni fellowships, where then some folks are now in that college setting as to why, that data there does end up being more than 5,000 of high school and college age students as well. 51% identified as Latinx, 30% identified as Black, and 18 identified as a person of color. 52% were women, gender nonconforming, and 84% of students were on free and reduced lunch. When we look at the alumni advancement, 276 of alumni have been placed in internships in LA, New York City, and throughout all throughout 2023. The all-time has been over 1,000. So it's really awesome to see the impact that that the programming is doing. 98% of interns have felt that they were supported by America on Tech. And also 97% of intern employers would hire another intern from the organization's talent pool. So not only, right, are our interns themselves having a really good and great experience throughout the programming, right, or the internship, but also the employers have been very satisfied with the talent that are working right with that company. So it really does go on both ends, and it's really awesome to see how important it is that these nonprofits and programs are making an impact not only with the student, right, or with the scholar, but also with the employer themselves as well. And I wanted to note this quick testimonial that one of their alumni currently attending Pace University, class of 2025, stated that they applied to the American Tech Cybersecurity Fellowship with MBCU, hoping to learn new skills that they can apply to the cybersecurity field and their future career. Ever since their freshman year of college, wanted to pursue a career in cybersecurity, and American Tech has helped them strengthen their interest and passion for the field. So just firsthand, experience of how folks that have gone through, this whole programming has made a lifelong impact on their career, and hoping that this takes them to that next step that they want to pursue, or it gives them even clarity if this is actually a field that they really do want to dive into for the rest of their career. What we'll do now is we'll look into latech.org's career development efforts, very similar sections that we will be going over. And so, but looking now that we went over more of like that high school, more of college age students, now we're going to be diving more into the emerging talent within the ages of 18 and up. Typically, it's around 18 to 24. Lots of folks within the college, age range, or some did take the non-traditional route. But there might be even folks that do expand, outside of that age range there as well. Wanting to know that there are year-round academies specializing in IT cybersecurity and in business. Again, mentioning that they are available for emerging talents aged 18 to 24. With the end of their academies, they do have the option to move onto the Waymo Career Readiness Institute and AV Experience for Academy Scholars, which is a very cool and unique institute experience that they do have access to. There are one-to-one mentorship opportunities offered for alumni through companies and folks that have worked at companies such as Waymo, Microsoft, and Go Group. Internship opportunities with partner companies including AEG, Hop Skip Drive, and just many more. So it's really important that a lot of these tech companies do are able to see and analyze and review an application for SAN, as we do understand, right, in the full transparency that nowadays it's really difficult to even get just any even feedback, right? So it's really awesome to see the impact of nonprofits, right, partnering with employers to essentially have someone, actually review your application, right? So and so with that, we'll go on over to our demographics. 51% of the pool identified as Latinx, 19% identified as Black, 36% identified as Asian, White, Middle Eastern, and Native American. 46% identified as women, gender nonconforming, and then 21% identified as foster youth, home insecure, and being justice involved. When we look on over at the alumni advancement and the progress with the alumni, right? It has been noted that 1,319 of emerging talent have landed internship placements as of 2021 through 2024. 48% of women were placed in an internship or in an academy. 39% of opportunity youth have landed an internship or have been part of LA Tech's Academy. And then 427 are academy graduates pursuing their tech careers. And there might be some outliners, right, that might notice that this might not even be like what they really want to focus, and that's totally okay. This is the purpose of a lot of the programming here to help folks really identify and analyze to see if this is an actual fit for them. And I wanted to wrap up LA Tech's efforts with a talent testimonial. One of their spring 2024 Academy graduates from Pasadena City College stated that they loved it, right? They are so glad that they participated in the academy. It expanded their horizons on the tech field, and it helped them gain so much networking skills. They had such a great time being involved and always appreciated everyone's efforts going into it. So it's really awesome to see how a lot of like the programming, within latech.org has made such a great impact in not only, this scholar here, but just like a lot of their programming, their talent pool and seeing, what is that next step, right? What is it that we have to do to get more folks into, internship opportunities or any academy opportunities as well. We'll move on over and start getting closer to closing out. We will be looking at the mentorship and volunteering efforts. So just wanted to note and reemphasize, right, that tech professionals can engage with the community in multiple ways. So many organizations, again, now provide virtual volunteering opportunities. So you don't even have to go anywhere, right? And so that's like the beauty of this virtual space where you might wrap up a call at 5 and then next you're volunteering at 5:15, right? Through a Zoom call or whatever the platform might be. It's again, support and mentorship are just incredibly valuable. Providing significant assistance with resume development, career planning, networking opportunities. Talented individuals often have distinctive experiences through mentoring, and then again, ultimately finding themselves in positions that they have always aspired to. And so again, this really just comes down to, seeing someone, right, of a similar background, similar challenges that you've gone through and being like, damn, like they work at Amazon, like that's awesome. Like, how can I get there? Like, this is an actual dream. Someone's living that dream that that I've always wanted to accomplish. And how could we actually, it really just kind of gives them that boost and efforts. And even myself, right? I have met folks that I'm like, damn, I really want to accomplish that. They're person of color. They have gone through similar challenges as I did. Me, I have similar educational background, and so it really kind of gives me that boost and drive to continue to do the work that I'm doing now. Um, so with that, I wanted to go over a couple of data points, right? So 94 pairings, and this is specifically on the one-to-one mentorship programming. LATech.org launched their first mentorship program earlier this year to provide talent with guidance on resume, career development, and insight into tech roles. And so this is just the start, and it was a pilot early this year, back in, I would want to say, March. And so since then to now, there has been 94 pairings, which is a really great number for a brand new, fresh program. 35 volunteers currently are active with Somos.tech, who support a nonprofit as software engineers, chapter leads, data analysts, data scientists, CFOs, everything, anything you name it. And so a lot of their regions are based in Houston, Los Angeles, Seattle, and much, much more. And again, they do offer virtual opportunities, so it's really important and great for folks to look into a lot of these areas here if you are seeking more opportunities. And they also do host networking events. And so yeah, so it's really awesome to see the impact of Somos.tech in the tech community, right? And being able to bring more of that community feel, and ensuring that you don't feel alone. Or what are some ways that you can connect with someone that probably is in that stage in their life that you at some point want to accomplish. Uh, 591 volunteers have volunteered in Los Angeles, New York City, and Miami with America on Tech all throughout 2023. And so this is by dedicating their time to teach classes, facilitate trainings, and coach students in their spare time. And last but not least, we have 650 hours. And again, this is impact through time. Volunteers have committed countless hours with latech.org since the start of January of 2024, as they continue to provide workshops, lead mock interviews, and so much more. So as we can see that this is such a great and large impact. And again, in such a short amount of time, when we're analyzing and looking at 2023, or even looking at the impact from now, at the start of 2024 up until now, that we are in what is this, October already. And so just looking at the great impact, and as you can see, volunteers, mentorship are really just valuable pieces where folks in the community could even come in and support. So if you are, even taking, breaking your career, it's really great, and it's really important if you want to still have that drive, but maybe not have like crazy, crazy commitment. These are great opportunities for you to look into if you want to, just kind of brushing up, those mentoring or volunteering skills. So we'll go on over. And I wanted to just really also emphasize if there are folks on here, or viewing this, that do work at large companies, or maybe even smaller companies, whether it's like Microsoft, Netflix, and any of those places there. Just really important to connect with your ERGs. I've had first heard about ERGs not so long ago. I sometimes always forget what the acronym stands for, but it is the company's employee resource groups. There might be different names that I have heard in the past, but always look at, contact your HR department. They might know exactly where to direct you to discover just different ways to be involved in your community. But I did want to list out, and as you can see, those that are underlined. They are hyperlinks. So there I have links to most techs of open volunteer position opportunities that are virtual, and then some are based within cities. American Tech also does offer multiple opportunities to work with high school students in the LA and New York City region. And then again, latech.org also offers opportunities for hiring managers to hire interns and also offer opportunities for general volunteering, that are virtual and in some cases in person as well. So again, all the opportunities are hyperlinked, so please feel free to click on those, check it out, see which one stands out to you the most. And I'm sure that any organizations here would love to have your support. And if maybe these just don't catch your attention, feel free to do some research or even reach out to me to see if there might be a fit somewhere or something, some resource that I might run into. So with that being said, we will be skipping today's closing activity. But maybe if you're watching this, you want to take some time to reflect, envision what that future of tech could look like for underrepresented communities. Think of inclusion, equity, opportunities, write it down, call it, a digital dream, right, that you have for the next 5 to 10 years. And you just really digest, really, really reflect on what we want our communities to look like, whether it's like, maybe we want to see that in schools they have a job readiness, right? But maybe we want to focus it on tech, or maybe like uh big companies start partnering with like local high schools to offer them internship opportunities, right? So, that could be a big dream, right? And you just never know that in maybe 5 to 10 years, it's something that does become reality. So with that being said, I'm really excited, and I just want to thank everyone here for their support. And again, let's continue to support our community, advocate for the importance of emerging talent breaking into tech. Again, my name is Ivan Salazar. I'm really happy here to be here with the Techqueria with my first virtual summit. And so just really excited to continue to support. Please feel free to always reach out. My LinkedIn is down here at the bottom. And again, thank you, everyone. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. And please, again, feel free to reach out with any of your needs or questions.